Ew, that's raw! Look, it's tuna. You're lucky I put any heat to it all, much less seared it on each side. Tuna Tataki on the griddle. Let's go, everybody. Woo! Ingredients. We got 1 8-ounce tuna steak marinated in. I'll never tell. Just kidding. I'll tell you pretty much just a couple seconds from now. And make sure you get the type that don't give you belly worms. Pretty good quality, food safe, all that. Asparagus. I had broccoli till I saw asparagus was 99 cents at Kroger, and I went, whoop, buy broccoli. We got some green onion back there chopped up. The marinade I'll show you how to make, and toasted sesame seeds to garnish. All right, we're going to start off by making this tasty little sauce. You got 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of teriyaki sauce in this one. Into that goes 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of fresh squeezed orange juice. If you're thinking, whoa, that orange juice looks like it needs to see a doctor, that's a severe UTI. That's because it's fresh squeezed blood orange juice, not because I'm that fancy, but I had some and I thought it'd be cool. You can use any regular orange juice or omit it, and the key is just to kind of get some citrus here. Speaking of citrus, tablespoon of lime juice, tablespoon of lemon juice. Right here is a teaspoon of brown sugar to offset the acidity, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. And this last one is a teaspoon of garlic and finely diced bulbs of a bunch of green onions, little rubber band ones you get at the store. Get it all, get in there. And then get whiskey with it. But make sure you ask his permission first. We're going to glitch back to the tuna for a second just to say this will be a little divisive, but I like to let this go for about 30 minutes in the marinade in the fridge. Too much citrus too long can break it down, so be careful with it. Now we're going to glitch on back to the sauce. Like I said, a little citrusy. If it's too much, just add a little bit more brown sugar or ginger to kind of offset it. Or omit a little bit of citrus. Do your thing. All right, Mr. Bearded Fool, we're finally doing fish. This is for you. Give you a little steam heart. I don't do a lot of fish. Typically, if I do, it's in the form of sushi or Long John Silvers. That's right, I'm one of the people keeping Long Johns in business. Love it. But right now, I'm going to come in. Got my griddle around 425. I actually put a little hot water on this side to cool it down a smidge. I want this side to stay a little hotter. This is a pretty quick cook, all things considered, because I got the good tuna steak. And I'm not going to cook it that much. Just a quick sear on each side. And I don't want my asparagus overdone, so it's going to get a little dippity dip in the butter jacuzzi. Yeah, get over there. Get over there. Then, I'm not even going to dome it. Pop, pop, pop. Popping like 4th of July. Get a little steam action like that, not doming it. I don't want to get it all chewy, overdone. I like to have a nice little snap. I can about eat it straight. We're going to come in over here on this side, which is about 425. I'm going to try not to mess up the tuna. And I'm going to let that go for about 1 minute. My time says 140. So you're welcome to hang out, or you can skip forward because my viewer retention sucks anyway. You've probably already skipped. I can't believe you actually stuck around. What do you call a backwards tuna? A nut. Oh, that was worth it, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, anywho, your time's valuable, so here we go. I'm going to skip ahead anyway. Thank you so much for hanging around. Let's see what we got. Yes! That's about where I'm wanting it. I don't want to go this too far. Ow! Just burnt myself. Like I said, I don't do a lot of fish. Fish is far from my specialty. But I do love tuna, typically in the form of sashimi or a spicy tuna roll. So I put that at about 320 on my filming time. I'm going to let it go to 420. Maybe just a little bit over, because technically it cooled down a little bit from cooking that side. But we'll come back at the flip. I ain't going to keep you waiting any longer. Your time is important. Actually, one thing before I do that, I'm watching on the side to see how my little cook line's going and trying to get it pretty even. So instead of going by just by a minute, I think I'm gonna do it by that. I'm gonna do it by the looks. Let's see how that goes. I don't want to use my slotted one here. Let's see what we got. Not bad, a little less than the other side. But if we'll show on camera without breaking my tuna, I'm trying to show that little line in the center. No one wants overcooked tuna, at least not I. Not this Griddle, not today. Let's plate this up and go eat it. Like I said, fast cook. Alright, so now we're going to try to pretty it up a little bit. You look, we got the little grain going this way. So we don't want to cut this away or it's going to fall apart. So we want to cut against the grain like we often do with meat. And I'm just going to cut it. First one can kind of be your taste slice. You want a really sharp knife here because it will flake if not. Pretty. You can kind of see at the end there where I caught where I did it a little bit. We'll make it work. And I'm just going to slice in very uneven strips here, close to 1/4 inch. Try not to cut my finger off. But I'm going to keep doing this. You watch if you want. We'll come back. Now, for the uglier side of some of these cooking channels, not saying this is perfect or beautiful by any means, but I absolutely struggled trying to get this to look halfway presentable. So when you see a lot of these videos that look great and perfect, like, man, how do they do that? Well, just know there's a lot of editing usually involved. You got this. I really did not think I was going to be able to remotely save that. But I feel like, all in all, it's starting to come in. Just needs a couple cracks of ground pepper that I forgot earlier. Oh, all that cleaning, then I dumped the juice. Oh my gosh. Here it is. We cook tuna tataki as much as you can cook something by searing it for a minute on each side. The biggest time of this is the marinade. But here you go, Bearded Fool. You asked for a cook of fish on the channel. It finally happened. Let's dig in. I don't know how good it'll show up on camera, but just a little sear. I feel like I got it pretty uniform on that. And I'm spilling the tataki juice. I don't think tataki actually stands for the juice. We'll figure that in editing, but here we go. Good stuff. Getting a whole lot of flavors going in here. You get the little sweetness, a lot of citrus though. I like that, a little kick to it, and flavor kick. If you don't like that as much, maybe add a little bit more sugar, maybe omit a tablespoon of citrus stuff, but then you get a little bit of the onion, a little hint of that ginger, just a little kiss. I'm pleased with how this one turned out. And I'll make it again one day, but until then, I'm glad I did it this time. So everybody, I appreciate you taking a little time to watch this cook. If you haven't done so already, I hope you will consider to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and turn on post notifications so you know when new content's added to the channel. Bearded Fool, I'm glad we finally got to do it, buddy. We'll try another one day. I forgot to try the asparagus, which has been sitting here. It looks like it needs to talk to his doctor, but let's give it a try. Oh, not bad at all, actually. Till next time, Garrett the Griddler saying, let's keep cooking. Check it out. It's my backup footage. I did not have high hopes of myself and my knife to be able to slice this properly without it flaking, so like I said, garnish, edit, repeat, fun times. Had to break back in for a moment to say asparagus and that marinade, pretty darn ballin'. It's Tuna Tataki on a griddle. Let's go. Guess who spilt most of their extra marinade by dipping their asparagus in it a little too excitedly?
Ooh, Kitty approves of the tuna, but I think you can't have half the stuff in here. I don't think you can. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can get you canned tuna. Would you like canned tuna? Yeah? Yeah? Here, girl. Over here, Keek. Yeah. Meow. Look. What is it? See if you can find it. Can you find it? Yep, look. Up, up. Up, up, up. Can it be? Yeah. Kitty gets tuna too. I'm a man of my word.